give fancy to strange disguises. He is no fool for fancy, as you would have it appear he is.
If he is not in love with some other woman, there is no believing old signs. How brushes his hat o' mornings. What should that bode?
Nay, he rubs himself with civet. Can you smell him out by that?
That's as much to say as the sweet youth's in love.
Conclude he is in love.
Yet say I know who loves him.
That I would too, I warrant, one that knows him not.
This is no charm for a toothache. Old Senora, walk with me a while. I have studied 8 or 9 wise words to speak with you that these hobby horses must not hear.
For my life to break with her about Beatrice!
'Tis even so. Here and Margaret by this played their parts with Beatrice. And then the 2 bears will not bite one another when they meet.
My lord and brother, God save you.
Good Denver,
If your leisure served, I would speak with you.
in private.
If it please you, yet Count Claudio may hear, for what I would speak of concerns him.
Why? What's the matter?
Means your lordship to be married
You
tomorrow?
know he does.
I know not that when he knows what I know.
If there be any impediment, I pray you discover it.
You may think I love you not. Let that appear hereafter, and aim bettered me by that I now will manifest. For my brother, I think he holds you well, and in dearness of heart hath hoped to effect your ensuing marriage. Surely suit ill spent and labor ill bestowed.
Mike, what is the matter?
I came hither to tell you, and circumstances shortened, for she has been too long a talking of. The lady is disloyal.
Who? Hero?
Even she. Leonardo's hero. Your hero. Every man's hero. The word is too good to paint out her wickedness. I could say she were worse. Think you of a worse title, and I will fit her to it. Wonder not till further warrant. Come but with me tonight, and you shall see her chamber window entered, even the night before her wedding day. If you love her then, tomorrow wed her. But it would better fit your honor to change your mind.
If I should say anything tonight in the congregation where I should not wed her, then tomorrow there will I shame her.
And Zeig would for thee to obtain her. I will join thee in disgracing her.
I will disparage her no farther till you are my witnesses. Bear it coldly but till midnight, and let the issue show itself.
Day untowardly turned.
This she strangely thwarting.
Oh, plague right well prevented. So will say you when you have seen the sequel.
Well, give them their charge, neighbor Dogberry.
First, who do you think the most desertless one to be, Constable?
Hugh Oatcake, sir, or Jane Seacole, for they can read and write.
Come hither, neighbor Seacoil. God hath blessed you with a good name. To be a well-favored person is a gift of fortune. But to write and read comes by nature.
Both which, Master Constable?
You have. I knew it would be your answer. Well, for your favor, lady, give God thanks, and make no boast of it. As for your writing and reading, let that appear when there is no need of such vanity. You are thought here to be the most senseless and fit one for the Constable of the Watch. Therefore bear you the lantern. This is your charge. You are to comprehend all vagabond men, but to bid any man stand in the prince's name. This is the end of the charge. You, constable, are to present the prince's own person. If you meet the prince tonight, you may stay him.
Nay, by lady, I think I cannot.
5 shillings to 1 on with any man that knows his statutes, he may stay him. Marry, not without the prince be willing for. Indeed, the watch ought to offend no man, and it is an offence to stay a man against his will.
Fair lady, I think it be so.
Ha ha ha. Well, masters, good night. And there be any matter of way chances, call me up. Keep your fellows' counsels and your own, and good night.
Well, master, we hear our charge. Let us go sit here upon the church bench until 2, and then all to bed.
One more word, honest neighbor. I pray you, watch nearly not his door tonight, for the wedding be there tomorrow. There's a great coil tonight. Adieu, be vigilant, I beseech you.
Conrad!
Peace, stir not.
Conrad, I say!
Here, man. I'm at thy elbow.
Mastin there itched. I thought there would a scab fallen.
I owe thee an answer for that. Now forward thy tale.
Stand thee close then, under this penthouse for it drizzles rain, and I, like a true drunkard, will utter all to thee.
Some treason, masters, yet stand close.
Know you tonight that I have earned of Don John 1,000 ducats?
Is it possible that any villainy should be so dear?
Thou should ask if any villainy should be so rich, for when rich villains have need of poor ones may make what price they will.
I wonder at it.
Thou showest thou are unconfirmed. Thou knowest that the fashion of a hat, a doublet, or a cloak means nothing to a man.
Yes, it is apparel.
I mean the fashion.
Yes, the fashion is the fashion.
Thou knowest what a deformed thief this fashion is?
I know that deformed. I has been a vile thief this 7 years ago. Up and down like a gentleman. I remember his name.
Dost thou hearest anybody?
No, 'twas beyond the house. But art not so giddy with the fashion too, that thou hast shifted out of thy tale and to tell ye of the fashion?
Not so, neither. Know you tonight that I have wooed Margaret, the waiting woman to Hero, by the name of Hero. She leaned me out of her mistress's chamber window, bid me 1,000 times good night. I tell this tale vilely. I should first tell thee how the prince, Don John and Claudio, planted in place by our master, saw this amiable encounter afar in the orchard.
And they thought Margaret was Hero?
2 of them did, the prince and Claudio, but the devil my master knew. For partly by his oaths, which first possessed them, but partly by the darkness, which did deceive them, but chiefly by my villainy, which did confirm any slander or oath that Don John had made. Away went Claudio enraged, swore he would meet her tomorrow at the appointed time at the temple, shame her before the entire congregation, and leave her without a husband.
We charge you, in the prince's name, stand.
Call up the right master constable. For we here have recovered the most dangerous piece of lechery that ever was known in the Commonwealth.
Master.
Never speak. We charge you, let's obey you to go with us.
We're likely to prove a goodly commodity taken up on this man's bills.
A common in question. Come, we'll obey. Good morrow, Puss.
Good morrow, sweet hero.
How
almost 5 o'clock, cousin. 'Tis time you were ready.
These gloves Count sent me, they're an excellent perfume.
I am stuffed, cousin. I cannot smell.
A maid and stuffed. There's good the catching of cold.
Oh, God help me. God help me. How long have you professed apprehension?
Even since you left it, doth not my wit become me rarely?
It is not seen enough. You should wear it in your cap. But do believe me, I am sick.
You may think perchance that I think you are in love. Nay, by your lady, I am not such a fool to think what I list. Nor I list not to think what I can. Nor indeed I cannot think, if I would think my heart out of thinking, that you are in love. Or that you will be in love. Or that you can be in love. Yet, Benedict was such another, and now has he become a man. He swore he would never marry, and yet now, in despite of his heart, he eats his meat without grudging. And how you may be converted, I know not. But methinks you see with your eyes as other women do.
What pace is this that thy tongue keeps?
Not a false gallop.
Madam, withdraw. The prince, the count, Signor Benedict, Don John, and all the gallants of the town are come to fetch you to church.
How to dress me, good coz, good maid, good Ursula?
What would you with me, honest neighbors?
Mary, ma'am, we would have some confidence with you that concerns you nearly.
Brief, I pray you, for you see it is a busy time with me.
Mary, ma'am, this is it.
Yes, in truth it is, ma'am.
What is it, my good friends?
Good Ma'am Verges, ma'am, speaks little off the matter. Nobleman, ma'am, and her wits are not so blunt as, God help, I would desire they were, but in faith as honest as the skin between her brows.
Yes, I think God am as honest as anyone living as an old soul, and no honester than I.
Comparisons are odorous, Claribras, neighbor Verges.
Neighbors, you are tedious.
It pleases your worship to say so, but we are but poor officers. But truly, for my own part, if I were as tedious as a king, I could find it in my heart to bestow all of your worship.
All thy tediousness on me,
Yea, and for 1,000 pound more than 'tis. For indeed, I hear as good explanation as of anyone in the city, and though I be but a poor woman, I am glad to hear it.
And so am I.
I would fain know what you have to say.
One word, ma'am. Our watch, ma'am, have indeed comprehended 2 suspicious persons. We would have them examined before your worship.
Take their examination yourself, and bring it me. For you see I'm in great haste, as it may appear unto you.
It shall be sufficient.
Drink some wine ere you go. Farewell.
Good partner, bring your pen and ink to the gal. We're to examination these evil ones.
And we must do it wisely.
We'll spare for no wit, I warrant you. Only get the learned writers to set down our excommunication and meet me at the gallows.